talk a little bit more about Yeimar and his availability. So.
Well, you already heard it on Jackson's show, and other people have already put it out there. I mean, what more do I need to say?
I like my own special soundbite. Might as well be straight up about it.
Tell him, Jada.
Tell him.
I have to.
Jada, he is available for minutes against San Jose.
Okay, I'll ask you. As far as him being available for this, is it important for him? How important would it be for him to get some run before I would imagine being able to use it for CCL?
It's important. But there's always a, gradual path for guys coming off injuries. Now it's different between an ankle sprain and a muscular injury. There are some nuances there about how you bring the players back. But it's still the same process. He's got to regain his game fitness. He's got to make sure the ankle's okay. I mean, there's certain things that he has to go through. So it's actually handy that we have a game against San Jose because we can really test him. Because look, training's training, the game's a game. So once he gets through whatever amount of time he plays in San Jose, then we'll make that determination.
Do you imagine that's the case for a lot of players as far as the way that your rotation would go? Do you have to balance it as just as much considering that Wednesday CCL match?
Well, you're not going to see a 9-man rotation like you did against Miami. It's the same like Minnesota. We started a strong team against Minnesota, and we make changes as that game progresses. Because San Jose is an important game for us.
When you're facing a team that has just changed a coach and there's kind of all that background behind it, how do you face a team that way?
Well, it's hard because you can't watch film of their previous style of play because Mateus played a very distinct style of play. We don't know how they're going to come out. We watched a little bit of their Open Cup match yesterday, but that wasn't much. So we're going to focus on our team, make sure we're right. We'll go from there.
Going back to the center back spot, since Yeimar's been out, how do you evaluate Jackson Reagan and how he's done?
It's great. He will be in the conversation for considerable minutes all year long.
How do you, when you look at which center backs to start, could he, because of his skill set, is he a guy that could go right alongside Yeimar times, or is he kind of somebody who works better with?
He could go next to Javi too, like you've seen for the last 5 weeks. So he's a handy piece to have because he changes the dynamic a little bit of our team. Again, his choice of passing, his decision making, who he's passing the ball to, how he passes it, gives us a little bit more possession.
Does Yeimar have to win his spot back?
Every day is a competition, Jada. Maybe Javi needs to keep his spot. Maybe Jackson needs to earn his spot. I mean, you guys can answer those questions.
Getting back
As far as
Alan, go.
No, I was when you were talking about San Jose earlier, the fact that they changed the coach and the way that was going on in San Jose, do you think that kind of fires them up a little more for Sunday?
Sure.
Do you think
Wondolowski is an assistant coach. You saw him. It's going to be a fired up team. They had a good result again. Lots of Open Cup runs, springboard into better regular season stuff. We've had that happen to us in years past. So they started off with a positive result. They got us on the weekend. They're going to be up for a game.
You mentioned that Open Cup game. Did you take anything from it? I know it's against a team that doesn't have a lot of games under their belt. I don't know how many other starters were even in this game, but were you able to take anything away from watching them yesterday?
Sheer enjoyment of the Open Cup and the upsets. I was just following along as I was doing other stuff. Really no Jeremiah. I mean, Cowell played, Beeson played, there are a couple guys that played. But our prep for San Jose is more individual based. Okay, these are these guys. Regardless of exactly where he plays on the field, this is this player's tendencies. Be aware of it.
Going back to Jackson, Reagan, what have you seen his improvement from the beginning of the season to now? I mean, you talked about his pass distribution. What about his ability to come back positionally on defense? Has that been
Yeah,
improved?
his defending was one of the question marks. It's a great question, Moz. His defending was one of the questions coming into preseason. Is he able to turn his body sideways on? Is he fast enough for MLS forwards? Can he recover? You know, does he read the play well? You know, because a lot of times you can take a look at the way the opponent shapes the ball and he knows what pass is coming. All of those little nuances. I think he's done okay. He's learned on the job. I mean, there's been a couple of rough spots, but he's getting better.
And you're really comfortable with that back line switching them all around? Because sometimes if you move them around, do you lose continuity, or you just like, you know what?
I'm not going to rotate guys throughout the course of the year unless there's fixture congestion. I'm pretty consistent with the team, and yeah, we move parts and pieces, but over my course of time, I've been pretty consistent.
You using Albert in a deeper role in midfield, what makes him so influential and effective in that spot?
Well, his ability to dictate the tempo of the game with JP. It gives us look, we were turning into a transition team. You know, we defend a little deeper, not always by design, but we defend a little deeper, and Jordan and Christian would get out. We were a good transition team. Now we're actually a good possession team too. I mean, there's sequences when I watch our team, and it's great. I mean, pass the ball, okay, tranquilo a little bit, toka, wear teams down. So it's good.
You mentioned him being paired with João Paulo. He's been a big contributor to the team for the past few years. What does he bring individually, and what is their partnership been like?
I don't know if I can say anything new about JP. I mean, MVP candidate last year. You guys see it on a weekly basis. He's been great since he's been here.
How do you kind of look back at what AB was able to do last week?
AB had a good game. He made 3 really good defensive plays. That was a real positive for us out of a kind of a sour game. I thought AB's play stood out.
So that makes that kind of that rotation that much deeper.
Well, look, we're going to need everybody. If you guys take a look, we were doing that as coaching staff this morning. If you take a look at our schedule from now until the end of June, or the beginning of June, I mean, we're slammed. I mean, May is a tough month. You got Open Cup games, CCL, you got league games. I mean, it's tough. That's it. I mean, it's going to be hard. We're going to need AB. We're going to need Jackson. We're going to need Yeimar. We're going to need Danny. We're going to need Josh. Everybody who's still on the field. We're going to need everybody.
Kind of along those same lines, you have the draw for the Open Cup is on Friday. You guys will be playing your first Open Cup game since 2019, I guess.
Was that Sacramento loss? I think.
God, maybe it was
so.
the game in Sacramento where Harry scored and went over to anyway.
Timbers in Tacoma.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tim, yeah, that's right. That's right. In any case, are you looking forward to getting back into the Open Cup? I know this is a tournament that has played a big part in the Sounders' history.
Yep. We enjoy competing in different tournaments. I think the Open Cup certainly has a special place for our franchise because it launched us in a good way in 09 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 7 and 8. Okay, there you go. So we've had good success. Tommy has a better memory than I do when we talk about the old days. There have been years where a good showing in Open Cup has translated into just confidence in the entire group to go and play, and we finished the season strong. I think this year might be a little different because the group started off with the Champions League and it's kind of not quite the same, but it's certainly going to be a good opportunity for the young guys to get good experiences in meaningful games, really meaningful games. And the further we progress in the competition, we're going to sprinkle in some more senior guys and we're going to try and win it.
You have done such a great job as a team in CCL. You guys are gonna finish at home. It almost seems as if you guys would be the favorite for this one. I know that you're not going to say anything close to that. I just wanted to get your take on how you guys go into this CCL final against Pumas.
Well, I saw the analysis. Not sure I agree with everything, but it was a good analysis. The fact of the matter is soccer is not just about data points and, you know, all of that. It's not all about history. It's two teams, two good teams facing off against each other. Which team can make plays? You know, that's still Coach Carroll, NFL. You got to make plays. Our team has players all over the field that can decide outcomes of games. You take Nuhu. We've been working with Nuhu on his crossing. You guys have seen it out here. And his ball to Raul, and Raul's instincts and his finishing ability gives us one goal in New York, and it puts us through. That's the example I would give you. And then you can go back through all the other games and look at, you know, the Leon home match where we, you know, defended well and transition moments, and Jordan and Nico. Jordan could have had 3 goals that game, I think. So we have difference makers on our team. They have a very good forward, very good center forward. The big, tall kid that they brought on, the number 33, has come on and helped them a lot. I mean, they've got some good players as well. So don't count them out.